So much for joining us at 10. I'm Mark McPherson. Sending sexually explicit materials online, then being threatened they'll be released if you don't pay up. This is sexual exploitation, and it's become a growing concern nationwide. WMTV's Tabitha Bland went to Beaver Dam tonight, where she talked with a Wisconsin parent who lost their son to suicide 1 week ago this morning.
Mark, the mother that I talked with tonight, is telling her son's story, handing out these exact bracelets with his name and baseball number on them, and sharing how becoming a victim of sextortion can happen to any teen and, quite frankly, any family.
I went to go just tell him in the morning that they didn't have school.
Last Wednesday, Brittany Bird did something she had done countless times before.
And his alarm was going off, but he wasn't in his room.
But instead of another routine morning, her life was changed forever.
And I found him. And, I knew when I saw him. He left a note, and he wrote on it. He stuck it to my husband's computer, and he said, "Make sure he gets caught."
They quickly learned their son was a victim of sextortion.
We think, they're just texting their friends, or they're on TikTok. But if they have their phone alone in their room with them, they have the world alone in their room with them.
But when we hand the entire world to a 14-year-old, the entire planet is right here on your fingertips, and you're going to give that to your 14-year-old, you have to understand the consequences of that.
Braden fell victim to a national threat hitting families here in Wisconsin. Teens sending explicit photos online, then are convinced they have to choose between paying up or being exposed.
He accepted the friend request around 10:15. He sent his first picture to her around midnight, and then about 3.5, 4 hours later, he ended up taking his life.
John DeMay lost his 17-year-old son to online sextortion plots in just a matter of hours.
After a couple days, when we found out that it was sextortion and kind of figured out what sextortion was, we hadn't even heard of it. Without even thinking about it, we gotta let the public know.
These parents now telling other teens what they wanted to tell their own.
You are so much bigger than the worst thing you've done. And you're gonna go and be an adult, and you're still gonna call us for help. And that's okay, but your life's not over. The FBI reminds parents and teens that exploitation is a crime and should be reported to your local FBI office or by calling the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at the number you see on your screen now, which is 1-800-843-5678. Live in studio, Tabitha Bland, WMTV 15 News.
All right, Tabitha, thank you. Now, if you or someone you know are a victim of sexual exploitation online, the Wisconsin Department of Justice wants you to know what to do first. Do not pay money or comply with the blackmailer's requests. Report the account through the platform's safety feature. Block the suspect, but don't delete the messages or your profile. Report the crime to law enforcement or at report.cybertip.org.